So today I'm going to be going over all the Alright. What's going on, guys? So today I'm going to be going over all the modifications I've done to my Foxbody. I've had the car for about 4 years now, and within that time frame, I've done so many modifications to it. The first thing that I want to touch on is the drivetrain. So far, what I've done to the car is I've installed a short throw shifter. This one's from SR Performance. This one looks exactly the same as the Pro 5.0. So underneath the car, I'm running an aluminum FRPP drive shaft. If you guys don't know what FRPP means, it's basically Ford Racing Performance Parts. So I have this short throw shifter from SR Performance, aluminum drive shaft, and I also have the Ford Racing 373 gears in the rear. To finish off the drivetrain, I just recently installed the Moser 28 spline forged axles. Move up front to the engine. So basically the engine's relatively stock. The only things that I've upgraded to the engine are the Moroso cold air intake. I also got the CNL upgrade kit. This is a 76 millimeter MAF sensor housing. I also have the 75 millimeter BBK throttle body and spacer. I also have the Taylor cap and rotor under here. I don't know if you want to consider that as an upgrade, but it's under there. These are the 9 millimeter Ford Racing spark plug wires. I also have the NGK, I think they're called the V-Power spark plugs. So inside here, I have the Performance Distributor Screamin' Demon coil. What else? As for the exhaust, I have the equal length shorty hooker headers running to a UPR off-road X pipe, to some custom stainless steel systems mufflers. So that's basically it for the engine and the exhaust. The majority of the upgrades that I've done has been to the suspension, so I'm going to be going over that for you guys. Before I touch on the suspension parts, I want to be talking to you guys a little bit about the actual brakes that I've installed. So the brakes that I installed are the regular Centric brand discs up front. I'm also running the HPS Hawk pads. In the back, I'm running the stock drums with the Centric pads. Also upgraded the brake lines on the car. So the brake lines that I'm running are the J&M steel braided brake lines front and back. And that gave me a firmer brake pedal feel overall compared to the stock ones. Recently installed the motor mounts that are polyurethane. I also installed the transmission mount that's also polyurethane, and I also replaced my transmission crossmember with a Stifler's unit. That made a huge difference. Like I mentioned earlier, the majority of the upgrades that have been done to this car have been to the suspension. So the first thing that I want to touch on is the springs. I'm running the SR Performance lowering springs with the Prothane spring isolators front and back, and I also upgraded the shocks and struts on the car. The shocks and struts are from KYB. I also replaced the sway bar rubber bushings. I replaced those with the Prothane polyurethane bushing, and the end links are from Prothane as well. The Prothane end links are actually a little shorter to accommodate the lowered ride height of the car. Another thing that I upgraded was the Maximum Motorsports aluminum bushings for the steering rack. So that takes place of the original rubber bushings. So when I got the car lowered, I had to install the Maximum Motorsports caster and camber plates to get my car aligned properly. I also installed the Steeda strut tower brace up front. The car also has some welded subframe connectors underneath. Back to the rear, I have the shock tower brace that's welded in. I'm not sure if this is the SR Performance one or the Steeda one. I don't remember. The rear sway bar, I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's from ABOC. Since we're back here, I also have the UMI upper and lower control arms on the car. That's basically all the upgrades that I've done to the car. There's stuff that I did here and there, but it's nothing major. For example, I have the Maximum Motorsports clutch cable. I replaced the water pump, radiator with the stock unit, but I don't consider those upgrades. So if you guys have any questions or any comments, leave them down below. Give the video a like, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.